Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Immortality. In the last episode, well, it has been quite a while since the last episode. It's been around 3 weeks since I last recorded this game, and I have been itching to get back to it. I've been thinking about this a lot, especially that strange woman that appeared in one of the scenes. It was... you, yes, you, I remember you. Yet she appeared in this scene. Who is she? What does she represent? We know that she has to be connected to Marissa. We know that she has to be connected to her because when we clicked on her, the concordance feature redirected us towards Marissa. So we know that they are connected, but how? That is the big question. Now, last night, I just decided, because it has been 3 weeks since I last played this, I just decided to load up the game and re-watch all of these scenes. I didn't click on anything, I didn't interact with anything, I just wanted to re-watch everything to get a feel for, what was going on set, the issues we were having. We know that, where was it? Yes, you. So we saw that Robert had, he was suffocating Diana. That's the lady in shot here. He was suffocating Diana in this scene, and he went a bit too far. She actually, when they yelled out cut, she didn't get up right away. Sophia had to be, Diana, are you okay? Are you okay, Diana? And when she did get up, she was coughing, so we saw that Robert was going a bit too far on set. Here, we saw Sophia swearing at the director. I didn't see these scenes. I didn't rewatch them, because I haven't seen them, during the Let's Play. But up to here, from the beginning to here, that's where I rewatched. And here, we actually saw Sophia crying on set, which I absolutely love this scene. This is my favourite scene that I've seen so far. I'm not quite sure why. It's a very simple scene, but I think the actress is doing such a wonderful job of showing that Sophia, she's clearly conflicted by something. The speech that Ambrosio gives in this scene, it clearly touched her on some level. I did note that it was when he brought up Mary, oh, think of the Blessed Virgin. Like, you could see obvious conflict in her face. That was interesting. And even more interesting, so this is the cast wrap-up. They're having an after party. They've completed filming and this, that, and the other. And Diana was there. Diana, who damn near got choked out. But Sophia wasn't. I noticed that in the rewatching, Sophia is very conspicuously absent. I find that so interesting. However, what is even more interesting, there were 2 new vibrations. Not including this one. There were 2 new vibrations. Now, I know for a fact that I did not miss them the first go around. I know that for a fact because this is only the 3rd game I'm playing with a controller. When this thing vibrates, I take note because it's still quite a novel concept to me. If they had vibrated when I first saw these scenes, I would have noticed. I think potentially what happens is the game wants to lull the player into a false sense of security, but then once you see so many clips, okay, we're going to start including the vibrations. I think that's what's going on here. There is definitely something odd going on. Absolutely, there is something very strange going on here. Now, the 2 clips with vibrations was, let's go to the beginning. Also,
all right, settle down.
That's Robert saying that. How do you say you're beautiful in Italian? That's interesting. Let's just go forward. I remember roughly where the vibration occurred. It's, oh god, what was it? Ambrosio's chambers. He's got his hand on Matilda's back. Something like that. Even faster. Oh, maybe. Forward. We'll just see if I can find this. This is looking familiar, methinks. Yes, right there.
Matilda is sat in Ambrosio's lap as they make love.
He looks
Maybe, was it before? I swear down it was somewhere in here.
Interior, Abby, Ambrosio's cell. Matilda is setting Ambrosio's lap as they make love. He looks over her shoulder, so there's no eye contact.
No, yeah, it was, It's where he's talking about his hand is on her neck. This is a very long scene. That's the one issue with this. It's a very long scene. There we go. That, I'm feeling it. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, I'm gonna need to, censor all of it. Okay, everyone is naked. To the end, and then...
Thrusting into Matilda from behind, his hand on her neck. He pushes her face into the bed as he thrusts. His movements are desperate, violent. His eyes are empty. He climaxes, rolls off Matilda, eyes still empty. Matilda turns her head up from the bed, side-eyes the monk.
Father of mercies, through the death and resurrection of his Son, has reconciled the world to himself, and sent the Holy Spirit amongst us for the forgiveness of sin. Through the ministry of the Church, may God give you pardon and peace, and I absolve you of your sins, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Well, I need a cigarette. Back in 10?
Okay, one, I have no idea why it was so quiet at the start. That I just want to see if that's, if it's meant to be quiet, or maybe...
What pleasures there are in purity.
It must have just been bugged out at the beginning.
What it felt like to be clean, that light.
Either way, let's...
I fall upon us and to meet that...
Okay, I do have thoughts, but I'm also like, I don't want to have to keep censoring that, so let's go back to this screen. That was interesting. That was very, very interesting. Okay, so, my first thought is that obviously in the secret scene, bonus scene, whatever you want to call it, the person representing Marissa is on top of Robert. Yet in all of the scenes in the fuck montage, as Arthur so wonderfully put it, in all of those scenes, Marissa is the submissive partner. You know, it's a case of, oh, Ambrosio thrusts into Matilda from behind. He pushes her face down into the bed. Oh, Matilda goes down on Ambrosio. And in the one case where it's like Matilda rides Ambrosio, but he's not looking at her face. Her face is over his shoulder so that he doesn't have to look at her. In all of these scenes, the woman is almost seen like as debasing herself. You know, she should feel shame in these scenes. We can't look at her. She has to have her face pushed into the bed. The man is the dominant partner. He is the aggressor. And I don't mean that in a rapey way. I just mean that he is the one doing the thing. He is the one... He is the person acting in these scenes. So then obviously in the bonus scene, it's like, no, I am on top. I am in control here. And something I did make note of, in this scene, I keep wanting to call Marissa Matilda. It's because Matilda, excuse me. Marissa, she started looking at the camera off her own bat. She started doing that, and then Arthur Fisher jumped in to say, no, look at the bed, look at the bed. Someone else jumped in, no, it's sexy, it's modern. Oh, screw sexy, screw modern. Marissa, look at the bed. She wasn't instructed to look at the camera. She just started doing that. And then at the end, when the scene finished, she once again returned to looking at the camera. It was powerful. It was powerful, like, yes, I have someone thrusting into me, but I am in control here. I have power in all of this. No, you should look ashamed. Look at the bed, look down. Look ashamed. You have no power here. I'm not sure if Arthur he obviously hasn't written the script. I don't know if he wrote the sex scenes, but I find it very interesting that the scenes that he has compiled for this film, they all place the woman in a place of vulnerability, in a place of submission. And it's very clear that he's hired the innocent-looking person, Marissa, to play Matilda, the sexual character, and he has hired the sexual person, Sophia, to play the innocent character, Antonia. And I've mentioned this before. Sophia and Arthur, they were acting very inappropriately towards Marissa. They were treating her almost like an innocent little child. She clearly isn't. As she said, I know what oral sex is. I don't need that explained to me. I think they're making the terrible, terrible error of, oh, you look innocent. You look like butter wouldn't melt. Therefore, you must be innocent. You must have no experience sexually. You must be a repressed woman. No, that isn't always the case. Sometimes the most repressed-looking people can be the freakiest in the bedroom. Appearances can be deceptive, and I think they've made that mistake with Marissa. They're expecting her to act like this submissive little, like, oh, I don't even know what a penis is, sir, my goodness. Like, they're expecting her to act like that, but I think potentially inside she's like, oh, no, I'm real fucking depraved. I'm into all the shit, all of it, all of the kinks, they are my kinks. And I think this scene in particular, I think that was maybe Marissa's... I'm not entirely sure what to call this woman. That's the issue. I'm not entirely sure what to call her, but I think that was her inner voice basically saying, oh, yeah, no, I'm in control. You can think that you're putting me into scenes where I'm debasing myself, but no. There is power in submission. There is power in all of this. I get to control the speed. I get to control the tempo. I control a lot more than you think I do. I think maybe that's what that was representing. Interesting, very interesting. And the other scene, yeah, it was this one. This was the other scene with a vibration.
61 Charlie, take 3.
I think it was quite close to the beginning. Yeah, it was after the smoke. Right there, can we... I'm like,
Action.
Where? Oh, hello? No. Where are you?
Action.
For what I'm...
Slowly, catchy monkey, come on. Aha! Who the hell are you?
Played this role before. Better the devil than the other. I do not want your souls. Any of them.
Okay, now there are 2 of them. They've multiplied. I need to think. I need to think. Okay, so now there are two of them. You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting? At the cast party, where Sophia is, you know, absent, Marissa was talking to this guy. Marissa was talking to the guy who played the devil. That's interesting. But, you know, it's only a short scene, so I want to rewatch that.
Played this role before.
He's talking to us there.
Better the devil than the other. I do not want your souls. Any of them.
He's going off to someone. I would presume the creepy lady. I would assume he's going to her. I've played this role before. To us. Better the devil than the other to the strange woman. And then I don't want your souls, any of them. I've played this. So he's saying he's played the devil before. That's who this character is. It's the devil. I've played the devil before. Where? When? Okay, it was hard enough when there was one strange person. Now we've got two. We're going to end up with 20 by the end. Just 20 people with slicked back hair. Flipping heck. Okay. I'm not sure what to make of that. I'm not sure what to make of that in the slightest. Okay, so I think I've got a pretty good grasp on what this scene could mean. I think this is representative of Marissa's power. The director is trying to place her in scenes where she is debased, where she is the submissive. He has made the mistake of thinking, oh, because you look so sweet and innocent, therefore you don't know anything about sex, when in reality, you know, she could be the queen of sex. We don't know her life. But I think clearly she is not as demure as people would think. She looks at the camera off her own back. I think she is very secure in her femininity and her sexuality, and that makes Arthur uncomfortable. He thought she was sweet and innocent, and he was, as I was saying, he's done like opposite casting. He's put the sexual person in the role of the innocent, and he's put the innocent person in the role of the sexual. I think he thought that, like, oh, I am showing her this path of sexuality, and she's walked it. She's walked that path. She knows it inside and out, and I think that makes Arthur uncomfortable. I have no idea what is going on here. I'ma just store that. In the back of my brain. We'll try and slot that in at some other point. There is a face in this one right at the beginning. Yeah, you. It was Y. Hello. Oh, again, it's very sensitive. Hello. Hello there. Who are you? Excuse me. There we go.
$24 apple. Take 6.
I'll indulge you one take, John. You call it.
Right, look at the reflection of yourself in the camera. That's it. Action.
I've succeeded. Beyond my wildest hopes, I shall live, Ambrosio. I shall live for you. Oh, happy day that I shared myself with you. We are raised above the others of our sex. My deed has exalted us.
What have you done? Please do not keep me ignorant. You should have no secrets from me.
Do not reproach me. It brings me no pleasure that I must conceal from you the source of my happiness. But the fault is not mine, but yours. You are still too much the monk. As yet, I cannot entrust you with this secret. Be patient. Remember, you swore not to inquire what happened here. Though I forgive you for breaking your vows to heaven, I insist you keep your vows to me. When we coupled the last 2 nights, I was weak with poison. Now I am restored. There are pleasures this body can give to you which you cannot imagine. Think of my flesh as an island on which Ambrosio, parched and hungry, has been washed ashore.
Cut, it was great.
Are you ready for a satanic fuck? That's what it says in the script, Arthur.
Oh. So I caught that, though. Yo, I'll give you one take, John. I'll give you one take. So this, we have heard the name John before, John Durick, who was her co-writer and co-director for Minsky, the second film. And then Marissa disappeared, and John, I think it said in the beginning, John became a director within his own right, and then they reunited for a third time to film 2 of everything. Okay, but I'm pretty sure that's the voice that's been encouraging Marissa. I'm pretty sure that is... Okay, so that's John Durick. That's John Durick. Well, to be fair, John is a very common name. But we have a John. We know of a John. I'm going to assume, until I am proven incorrect, that is John Durick. Okay. So, yeah, John, it seems, has his own vision for this film. One that... How do I put it? Arthur wants to place Matilda in the role of the submissive. He wants her to be ashamed. Even though she is a devil woman. She is a seductress. She is a temptress. What kind of temptress is ashamed of her own sexual prowess? What kind of seductress? What kind of succubus is like, I should be ashamed of the sex I sell? Like, none. There are none. Arthur wants... Again, I think Arthur wants to have this... He has this image of, Ambrosio is the one doing all of this. He is the sexual predator. We can't have women being predatory during sex because women, they are the ones being thrust into. Again, we're doing this very heteronormatively, but, women are the ones taking it, unless pegging is involved. They're the ones taking it. Therefore, they are the submissives in this. I don't think it has occurred to him that can be a very powerful position to be in. It can be a very powerful thing to be the one taking it, but to also know, I have control of this. I have control of this situation. You might be thrusting into me, but I can do certain things, and, that'll change the turntables shall turn, shall we say. Meanwhile, John, he seems far more comfortable with, we need to have the woman be predatory. We need to have the woman be sexual. Sexuality is not just for the men, it is for the women too. I like this shot. It was spooky. I enjoyed it. Just Marissa / Matilda holding the scene. She's a very good actress. I like that. I like John's vision for this film. And again, I'm gonna go back to the beginning. And, excuse me. Why? There we go. Yeah, any more of you?
Kick up the wind machine. Have her...
62 apple, take 1.
Rolling on the
Oh, that's
shot for a
trippy.
second.
I like that effect.
Okay. Action on Ambrosio.
Oh. Hello?
Matilda!
My dear Ambrosio,
Where is the demon?
you have sermonized that Satan may sometimes take a pleasing form.
Deceiver.
I have had my eye on you for a while. This model of piety. The mortal who placed his puny virtues on a level with those of angels. Now you are mine. Eternally. Listen whilst I unveil the true depths of your crimes. You shed the blood of two innocents. Antonia, that pure girl whom you violated, she was your sister. That Elvira whom you murdered, she gave you birth. Tremble, hypocrite. Inhuman parasite, incestuous ravisher. You claim to be above temptation, absolved of all mortal vices. Is not pride a sin? Your inhumanity? Know that I have long marked you for my prey. I saw that your virtues came through vanity, not principle. I observed your idolatry of the Madonna's picture that you performed to seduce you. Your path to crime was laid out by me, and you walked it so easily. Scarcely could I propose crimes so quick as you performed them. You raped your own sister and murdered your mother. Unholy manners. But it is sweeter still. Your surrender was unnecessary. Those guards at your door, they were sent to free you. A last-minute pardon issued by the Inquisition to safeguard the sanctity of the cloth. You would have walked free.
We have the contract. You promised to save me.
I promised to take you from the dungeon, save you from the Inquisition. That I did. I fulfilled my part of the bargain. Now your eternal soul is mine. I claim my prize.
And cut!
Arthur, that's hard in the dress.
I hate the dress. It's not shocking. Can I try something?
In a crypt, Satan is naked. The devil doesn't need clothes.
No, a nude woman is not scary.
Kick up the wind machine, have her hair whip around like she's Medusa.
How's that?
For the boss training.
Can we please cut and talk this through?
Happy to go straight into a tank. Fuck you, monk!
Oh, hello. Hello, yeah. So, again, so many interesting things. So many interesting things in that scene. And yes, we have the reveal. Antonia was Ambrosio's sister. He is an incestuous rapist, not just a rapist. How delightful. Oh, the dress was beautiful. The dress was very, very beautiful, but it didn't scream devilish to me. It screamed springtime maiden. As does the flower crown. Again, I like it, but it's not exactly what I would picture for Satan. And Arthur's insistence, oh no, a nude woman isn't scary. A nude woman isn't scary. A nude woman is plenty scary. If I'm walking through the woods and I see a naked woman, I'm running. Why is she naked? What's going on? Like, I'm fucking legging it if I see a naked lady in the woods. Fuck that noise. So, and Arthur seems to have this very strict idea of what a woman is. And in a way, it's rather like the, there is something called a Madonna whore complex. And in essence, it's that you can only see women as debased whores or virtuous Madonnas. And I think, on some level, that was how Arthur viewed Sophia and Marissa. Marissa was the saintly Madonna, Sophia was the debased whore, and he was taking pleasure in making them act contrary to their natures. And here's the thing, again, I'm going to focus on Marissa here. Sophia was going through something. I'm not 100% sure what, but with Marissa, clearly, she is comfortable in her sexuality. She is comfortable in her body and her skin, and this idea that she is a saintly Madonna couldn't be further from the truth. She is comfortable in her sexual nature, and that makes Arthur uncomfortable. He thought that he was leading her down this path, and she's like, yeah, no. And he doesn't like it. And so he's, oh, a nude woman isn't scary. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Why is a nude man scary, but a nude woman isn't? Why? They're both terrifying, especially if you see one someplace where you're not expecting it. And I presume that was John. John coming in, it sounded like John. He comes in and says, like, the dress, like, Satan should be naked. They were naked in the script. They should be... In the crypt, they should be naked now. What does the devil need for clothes? Arthur says no, and John takes over. Kick up the wind machine. Make her hair whip around like she's a Medusa. Yes! Yes, I love that. The snake imagery for the devil. It's perfect. And then right at the end there with Marissa screaming, oh, I'm good to go into another take. Fuck you, monk. That was directed at Arthur. That was directed at Arthur. She is sick of his shit. Of being treated like this innocent little waif. She ain't having it no more. Now, I am out of time for this episode. However, there was a vibration at the beginning and I don't want to forget about that.
62 apple, take 1.
Rolling on the shot for a second. Okay. Action on Ambrosia.
Come on, give me something. Oh god, this is... Okay, well, I think we need to go back. Go back. But when do we get it? When do we get it? That's the only... Come on, pop in. Pop in, you know you want to. Oh, hello? Aha!
Deserts are mostly empty of people. Less people, less trouble. It used to be that you could find solitude in the desert before satellite imaging digitized the whole world in the palm of your hand. There are all sorts of places on Earth. Empty places where a person can lay down and die. We used to listen to the rocks crack at night. One of us was tempting the other, but I forget which. In the desert, you can lose track of time. There's no civilization, just sand and creatures. I like how this movie ends. All the good stories finish in the desert.
Madam, you terrify me. Also, now that I can see it's got bloody roses, okay, that I am quite fond of that headdress. That was interesting. That I'm gonna need to rewatch that a few times to have that sink in. The thing that caught my attention the most, before satellite imaging digitized everything in the palm of your hand, she's talking about an iPhone. Or a phone at the very least. This was the what was it, 60s, 70s? iPhones did not exist in the 1960s. How do you know about phones? How do you know about satellite imaging? Did they have satellite imaging in the 1960s? I don't know about that, but stuff that fit in the palm of your hand, that's modern. That's recent technology, not anything they would have in that time period. So how do you know about that? How, pray tell, do you know about that? Oh, that is... That is interesting. that is it. It was also vibrating right at the beginning. I just want to... Is this... Go back, go back. Please go back. There's vibrations that I don't know if that's... It could just be to go back to, I'm gonna assume it's just trying to go back to the original clip, but still... Oh, that! That was interesting. How do you know about satellite imaging and technology that fits in the palm of your hand? How do you know about that, madam? Very... Oh... Questions. I have many, many questions, and hopefully we can find some answers in the next episode. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.